Hey guys, welcome back. Sorry, let me pause my thing. I thought I had my control and I don't. So I have to pause it with my phone, which takes a lot longer. Anyway, doesn't matter. Hello, welcome back. Cancers. Sorry. Alright, we're doing whatever you need to know. So let's get started. I swear I just cleaned my glasses and it feels like I can't see. Every time I clean them and then I put them on, I start the video and then I'm like, I can't see. So I don't know if it's like, yeah, that's better. All right, whatever. Okay. Cancers. Now my eyes are burning. This is so annoying. I am not restarting. I'm not restarting. You know what? I actually burned some Palo Santo and then I burned some sage. So I don't know if just the smoke is like burning up my eyes. Okay, what you need to know. Cancer. Cancer. Let's see. What you need to know right now. You know what? This happened yesterday with Gemini. Like the cards did not want to come out. All right. Cancer. And then, there we go. And it's reversed. So annoying. Unbound. Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Yes. Yes, Cancer. Yes. Oh, I love this for you guys. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that is beautiful. It feels like it's just yeah, it feels quite beautiful. It feels like in this lifetime you had very strict karmas to pay, lessons to learn. I feel like you came into this lifetime with shackles on, to be honest with you. I feel like you have gone through some lessons, and I'm talking about some lessons. It's almost like you were carrying the sins of all your forefathers, is that the right word, of all your lineage, and you had to go through some shit to break that, to be honest with you. Just what I'm seeing, you had to go through some shit, and it feels like you were chosen for this. Your chart, your path, everything, even your life number, or your I'm having a hard time thinking. Like, I'm having a hard time putting words to what I'm trying to explain. Everything that is about you, your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, everything, your life path, the time that you were born, the way that you were born, the family that you were born into, the life lessons that you've had to go through, those were executed perfectly, because they knew that what you were going to go through was hell, but they also gave you almost like the right tools in the right houses to be able to overcome. Do you see that? I know it's my ring light, but it looks like a rainbow. Do you see the light above me? Like, it looks like a halo above my head, but I don't know if you can see it. It doesn't look white. It looks like a rainbow. I don't think that's ever happened before. Anyway, you were giving all the tools to be able to get out of this, okay? And I feel like you figured out the pattern. I feel like you figured out what you needed to figure out, and you have unshackled yourself, okay? Um, you are releasing old patterns. I feel like you're releasing old patterns from ancestors, and you are now becoming unbound. You are no longer bound to anybody from a past life. You are no longer bound to any karmics. You are no longer bound to karmic lessons anymore. I feel like what you've done is break generational curses, not only for you, but for the family that's coming behind you. And if you do decide to come back, you won't actually have to master these lessons anymore. And I just saw 555. Yeah. And you've healed, I feel like, even lessons from past lives. Like, this is crazy, Cancer. You got trust the timing. Yeah, trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. So it feels like you guys feel like for you guys have been working really hard for a really long time on different aspects of your life. And I don't think you realize that what those aspects were actually breaking chains, and it might have been in mundane things, right? I honestly feel like um I have I'm gonna use myself as an example, okay? And I've used this before, so I don't know if I've used this with you guys before. Um, but I used to be a real busybody. If I wasn't doing something, it was like a waste of my time. If I was sleeping more than like 7 hours sleep, I found it a waste of my time. I would never bet raw. I didn't even know what that was. It was always like up and doing something, right? And yeah, I would sit down and watch TV, but then sometimes I'd be washing dishes, and sometimes we'd, watch a movie, and then I'd watch a movie, and then I'd get up and go do things or throw in laundry, right? Which is normal. It is normal to do that. But it was to a point where I thought rest was like not something that was necessary, because that was something that was instilled in us by our families, by society, by all of that, right? My mother um, has several. She's older now, and she didn't really take very good care of her body, and she'll push through even in excruciating pain. I now, after so many years of doing spirituality, of learning about myself, of learning, I've allowed myself and I've given myself permission when my body says no. First of all, because I have an autoimmune condition and I hurt, right? Or when I need more rest, I now sleep. If I want to sleep, if I want to take a nap, I will take a nap and I feel no shame. I will take a day of rest where my house is dirty, I don't give a shit. I will clean it the next day or whenever I have the energy back. And I've had this conversation with other people. They're like, ew, you leave dirty dishes in your sink? Yes, the fuck I do. Yes, I do. I'm going to go lay down or sit down or whatever I have to do because let's say I'm having a back spasm. I will leave dirty dishes in my sink if need be, right? If my body is telling me, yo, it's fine, go relax, like you're hurting. That is something that society tells you that's not okay. That's not a why. Why is it not okay? Why? Because you don't like it? Because you don't like the fact that there's dirty dishes in the sink, that the house isn't pristine at the end of the day, right? Um, just things like that. And now, my mother's getting sicker and sicker and sicker. Um, and, she would try to shame me and say, oh, you need to get up. You're being lazy. You need to go do this. You need to go do that. Mind you, things were getting done, but because I wasn't constantly on the move, it was a problem. Um, and now I'm starting to see that that's how all my family was. They didn't get rest, they didn't do anything, and they died young. They passed away young. One card flipped. My grandmother died at 62 of a heart attack. She didn't even show symptoms, but she was always on the go. Always on the go. Every morning going to the market, walking to the market, stressed out about this and that, right? Never allowing herself to rest. That kind of thing, right? And I feel like, I don't know what the hell flipped. Something flipped, but I can't find it. Um, I feel like that's part of also learning, um, we live in a society that's trying to make us seem like we have to be doing constantly. And if we're not living up to society standards, the truth is we shouldn't be living up to society standards. I found it. Because society, to be honest with you, is fucked. Okay, right now. We are totally, totally fucked. I don't know how my phone started, but okay. Let me just pause it. That's the I did you guys see me touch my phone? No. That's so weird. Um all right, I feel like you guys have been trusting the time and you guys have been taking the time to rest, is where I was going with that story. And I feel like you guys haven't been allowing people to tell you, oh, you rest too much or you're not doing enough. Like, you guys are doing what you need to do, and you're allowing your body and your spirit, I feel, because when you're doing spirituality as well, if you don't listen when they ask you nicely to sit down, they will sit your ass down. They will say, okay, you don't want to listen? We're going to make you sick, right? Okay, you don't want to do this, sit your ass down because we're telling you sit down. We need you to rest. You're getting downloads. Your body is, not used to this. You're expanding in energy and knowledge, and we need you to take care of yourself, and you're not listening. Guess what happens? You become ill. And ever since I started to listen, I was getting sick constantly. I was getting sick. And finally, I started to listen, and I haven't gotten sick in, like, I don't know, 4 months, right? And I was literally like one after the other after the other. It was horrible. So you could say, "Oh no, I'm not gonna sit down because I have things to do." The universe, when they tell you to do something, they're gonna make you do it. So I feel like you guys have finally started giving in and listening. And they're saying, trust the timing. And you were like, I'm done. I'm so tired of resting. I'm tired of doing the same thing over and over and over again, right? But it really was a practice. It was a practice of, one, trusting your intuition. Two, whatever it was that you were working on, it was still a practice. Um, and three, having faith even when everything else seemed to be going wrong, right? There's a call coming in and there's a need to answer that call, and it's your soul telling you, okay, it's time, right? It's time to, let's go, let's get up and at 'em. And now you're well rested. Now you're well rested, and you know exactly what you're gonna need to do, because your soul is gonna call you directly to it. And then you have, I'm sorry, yeah, you have defenselessness, writing past wrongs, uprooting. I feel like this I'm sorry is for yourself. This is almost like you're going to be things that you feel like where you self abandon is where you're going to give in for yourself, right? Again, when you're being told, take care of yourself, um, rest, do the things you have to do, and you abandon yourself by saying, no, no, I'll rest when I unalive, right? Like how people say, oh no, I'll rest when this, I'll rest when that. That's abandoning yourself, because your body is literally telling you, hey, we need rest. We need you to chill out. We need you to maybe like detach from, um, scrolling, because that's activating our uh, nerve body, right? And especially with everything that's going on in the world right now, all the injustices, it could be activating your pain body. It could be causing you anxiety. It could be causing you anger. And there's a need for you to remain still. And the universe has been asking you to stay still. And I feel like you're finally starting to listen to that. But because of that, you're starting to love yourself, and you're starting to, I feel like for a lot of you guys, actually speak to yourselves and have those sorries. I also feel like there are people that are going to be coming in, and because they see that you're on your life path, they are going to come in and try to offer apologies, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You can accept an apology and be like, thank you for your apology. I still don't want anything to do with you. Please take your leave, right? Like, there is, everybody should be able to eat, but you're not allowed at my table. Or if it was something that you can just let go and surrender, then you can be like, okay, apology accepted, but show me. This is gonna be you're gonna be a show me state, right? Show me proof that you've changed. Show me proof that you're a different person, depending on what kind of relationship you want, right? Okay, let's start clarifying. But yeah, you are coming unbound, and that is like absolutely. I've got no strings. Da, 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 da. I don't know why my deck is like has. It's probably my cats, honestly. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. All right, let's clarify. Let's clarify. You want this one? I guess not. Let's clarify. Unbound. A Five of Pentacles. You are, yeah, you're coming unbound. I feel like even with past life, I heard you guys made in a past life. I don't feel like it's the most recent one. I do feel like for some of you guys were very, very holistic, very, very spiritual, where you made a pact of no money. Like I don't know who does that. Is it monks or like that? Yeah, that like release attachments to money and don't. You made some kind of pact in the past where it was blocking you. There was still some kind of, but you've paid that. Like that's done with. That's done with. And I feel like for a long time, money wouldn't stay in your hands, and maybe even recently, it's been so tight that there hasn't been an extra penny to even like anything, right? But that's being removed. That's being removed, and I do feel like it's being removed. Um, if it hasn't already, it's being removed. I want to say uh, by the end of the snake year, which is in 2 weeks. By the end of that, if not before. Yeah, with the lovers. Trust the timings with the lovers. Ultimatum. Choosing what it is that you actually choosing what it is that you actually want and love in this life. You're going to be able to choose. You're going to be able to have a choice in many things. You're going to be able to have a choice in your career. You're going to be able to have a choice in who you're with. Even if you have contracts with other people, you're going to be unbound because you fulfill those contracts in the way that um so it's almost like you don't even it doesn't feel like uh okay, so I feel like you still have contracts, but you won't be punished for breaking those contracts because it feels like what the karma that had to be paid back was already paid back, if that makes any sense. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I just know that this is coming out and this is what has to be said. So, whatever karmas and contracts you've had that had to be paid back here have already been paid back, and you can actually choose the route that you want to go with or even rewrite new contracts, right? Because you did already pay your karma, and you are completely unbound now, and so you can move into different areas of career, but you're going to flourish in any career that you decide. Yeah, with the Queen of Pentacles, you have the ambition, and you're being called exactly to where you want to go. Though this is going to be a call to go to exactly your life path. What's going to make you love what you do? What's going to make you want you to get up in the morning and do this, right? Because you have a ton of ambition. You're going to be able to make a lot of money through this. But not only money, I heard. I'm hearing like this is gonna be like you're gonna be able to help people, but you're also gonna be able to make money, like survive off of it, right? A lot of people try to sit there and say, you shouldn't use your gifts for for to make money. Like My gifts were given to me to make money. Do artists not paint? Do filmmakers not film? Do singers not sing? Right? Um, they use your talent to make the money because it is something precious that takes from you that you should be charging. It's always an equal exchange, an equal give and take, and it doesn't mean that you have to give like money and money in return. Equal exchange means that you are taking, there's an equal payment, and it can be energy, it could be friendship, whatever it is, right? With I'm sorry, you do have the Seven of Swords treachery. Yeah, like I said, people are going to be coming in and coming in to apologize. Some of these people, you already know with the Ace of Swords here, you already know. You're already smart and you've already clocked each and every person that's going to come in. These people, some of these people are coming in because they see your transformation and all the beauty, and they just want back in to try to fuck with your shit, or they're trying to get from you. Some of these people do really want to apologize. Though, you know. You've taken all this time, you've learned all this whole time where you thought you weren't doing shit, you were using your intuition and you were building that muscle, and you were building that muscle. No, not any of these people are going to be allowed past to get one past you, right? With the Ace of Swords at the top, okay? So there is great things coming in, Cancer. I love this reading. You are super unshackled. You're going to live your best life. And I feel like it's because you were put through the grinder from the beginning, from the total beginning, okay? Like, yeah. So you are now unshackled. You have the freedom to roam around the plane. It was this one. Go with the flow. Yeah, things are going to start moving. Allow yourself to just go with the flow. You have these options now. This is not like, oh, I only have one option I have to take. No, you have so many different options now. An affirmation for positive changes. Yeah, look. She's removing her dress as a passenger, and she now has clothes, almost like and I just saw two 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 two, almost like she's moving into like either be a captain or aboard the ship, and she's gonna journey the world, right? Um, yeah, but going with the flow, and then look, water magic, which obviously cancers. Water magic. So continue to do your whatever it is that you do. Take your salt baths. Go to wherever there's water. Speak to your water. Do all of your rituals that you're continuing to do. Make sure that you allow yourself to stay grounded, because it's gonna go almost from not moving to moving and then picking up really fast. All right, so just allow yourself to be moved where you need to be moved. Okay, Cancers? All right, I love you guys so much. I hope this helped, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.